the waterfront.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to talk to CDM about,
Right.
because that's a very good idea.
And
If we're
then
gonna go,
it's- oh.
if we're gonna, I'm sorry, if we're gonna go down that route, then it's time to talk to the schools, because if they want a school up there, they're gonna need sewer, and if we're contemplating laying sewer, and then it's
Thank you,
time,
that was my
and,
second point.
and the money would come from bonding, because it would be a municipal project, a school project, and so we could work something out that way.
Well, and if it's, you know, I just think that we need to take a look at it, so I agree with you. Let's get CDM to take a look at what can be done up there, because I would hate to rule out, after everything that you just laid out, Dick, about the need, the level of poverty, the I don't know, the need for affordable housing. It seems like we should try to get the largest number of units that we possibly could, and in order to attract a developer, I would think that, you know, we might even be willing to come to some sort of, you know, negotiation with the developer to get that sewer line laid for what their cost, you know, to offset a little.
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
I agree with Selectman Savage, you know, the land itself is a huge offset for cost, but, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, and I think that the other thing is the nitrogen loading. I mean, we can really kill a couple of birds with one stone here to.
And I agree with you, and that was my only concern, was capacity. So again, we revert back to CDM with trying to do a summary on that
Mr.
stuff.
Chairman, how much do we have in the CPC account dedicated to affordable housing, and how much do we have now in the trust? Do you know?
I don't know offhand. I just throw numbers at it.
Yeah, the trust should be about 138,000. The CPC should be about, I was gonna say, 300 and change. I don't think they've laid anything
It's
out.
like
That's right.
375.
I think we have close to
Yeah.
half a
So
million
it's almost
dollars
$500,000 sitting.
right there.
All right, well, we've got a $500,000 in the till.
So, might be a rainy day.
All right.
Well,
Thank you
I
very much.
will come back
Presentation.
next time with a better look at the financials as to what could be accomplished, and I will come back, hopefully with CDM, to give you an overview of what they believe the issues are with the sewer. And I would like to be able to present an RFP to you so that it can be issued by the end of April. My numbers are all my numbers. They're estimates. They're not as good as a developer coming in here and telling you exactly what they're going to do. So I would like to get you to that position as soon as possible so that the developer can do what they need to do to get your support.
All right.
Just one other comment. If there is anybody else in town who would like to go through the details of this, I'd be glad to meet with them. I'm going to send you a note if I may, and if you would forward it to the committees and the groups that you're liaisons to and offer my services, I'd be glad to do it. We had an excellent meeting with the Council on Aging, and I met with the Housing Authority, and they've offered a lot of good advice as to things that I should be looking at, and I'm looking for any inputs or suggestions at this point.
Well, Mr. Chairman, that's a very good idea, and I was going to suggest that once we have some firm ideas here, we need to take this on the road pretty quickly to all those boards and committees, because that's where we failed the last time. There was just not enough information, community education, and therefore community support for the project.
Yeah, and I'll be glad to do that. I'll be glad to help you do that. It's sometimes better to get to the folks ahead of time before we have firm plans so that they can give me input.
Yeah.
Then we can include the inputs into the firm plans.
Yeah.
But yes, both would be effective.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank
Mr.
you, Mr.
Heaton,
Heaton.
and
Nice presentation.
it was good working with you in this short time.
Yes.
So I hope it goes well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Heaton.
Okay. Was there anyone here from Mass Highway?